client wants to sue me for ruining her marriage. Story time. I own a photo studio, and at my photo studio, I usually do walk-ins, but I also do bookings with an exception. Because of the nature of bookings, which are based on appointments, my clients are usually required to sign a contract. So in this contract, I have different terms, and one of the clauses in this contract is that I'm allowed to take content of my clients. This content can vary from behind the scenes to the finished product of this photo shoot. Every time someone confirms a booking, or even before they make any payments to have a photo shoot done at my studio, I always send them my contract. This helps all parties. It protects the client and it also protects me. I think that business usually thrives on social media advertisements. So in my contract, I state that the client has to be comfortable with me taking content. This includes behind the scenes and also final pictures of their photo shoot. Otherwise, the client should say so before their booking starts. So this client, we'll call her Joy, booked me on a Friday. So she told me she would come for her photo shoot on Saturday, which was the next week. As usual, I asked her what the photo shoot was for in case I needed to buy any props for this photo shoot. So she told me the photo shoot was for her maternity shoot and also her engagement. So she wanted to do both at my studio on the same day. So it would involve her and her fiancé. She was soon to get married. She was supposed to be a 2024 bride, actually. So I asked her how the photo shoot would look and if she needed any props, especially for her maternity shoot, because you know how maybe you might need some baby clothes, just props for the photo shoot anyway. So she confirmed that she didn't need any props. I sent her the contract, and within no time she said, oh, okay. She saw my price list and she sent in her deposit. Throughout the shoot, something seemed off about this lady. She seemed uncomfortable about something. My assumption was she's pregnant, she's probably tired and she wants to rest. So I tried my best to be quick but efficient. I did the best that I could, and my assistant the whole time and my workmate were taking behind the scenes content because this helps boost my business. So after an appointment, I'll usually post like behind the scenes work if I did take any. And this is put in my contract because behind the scenes work takes time. So it takes a lot of time and effort. So if I'm going to shoot behind the scenes, you should let me know. Otherwise, it would be pointless if I shoot behind the scenes and don't post it at all after wasting so much time creating content. In my head, me and this client had the agreement that I could take content. And she actually saw me taking content throughout this appointment. My workmate and my assistant were taking content. So I thought we had that agreement, but this wasn't the case. Her soon-to-be husband seemed quite stable and very supportive. Since her energy was quite low during this photo shoot, he tried his best to encourage her, and the whole time he was, just being a sweet man, talking to her about how he's there for her, and all those type of things that a good partner would do for you. So the photo shoot went well, actually. A few days after her photo shoot, her photos were ready and I sent them to her. And she received her photos, she loved them, she was very happy about them, and she actually complimented my service delivery and also my customer service. And she told me she would come back for her newborn pictures. As a photographer, I become so happy because I've won a client and they've become a returning client. So this is where the conversation with this lady ends for me. However, I still keep her WhatsApp number because that's where she booked me initially. I keep her WhatsApp number and everything is fine. So for me at my studio, how we go about work, mostly we'll post the behind the scenes first in form of a video, and then in that video we'll also have the final product, like before or during and then after, that type of a video. So after I edited all the work and everything, because I am in charge of Facebook profile for my business, I edit the videos. This is probably 3 to 4 days after her appointment. I posted the behind the scenes and the actual photo shoot within the same video. So at this point, I hadn't posted just pictures of the shoot. I posted pictures embedded in a video. This shoot brought me so much traction. That post had over 100k reactions. So it kind of went viral and brought me a good number of clients. So because this post brings me a lot of clients, I get this man who texts me saying he wants to book for a similar photo shoot. So I get excited every time a man books because I feel it's so thoughtful, and men rarely think of being the ones to book photo shoots. So mostly I'll have an equal distribution of men and females for bookings, but the people who actually inquire and do the booking are usually females. So every time I get a man, I feel so happy because we love a thoughtful man. When this client inquires, he tells me to put him in my next available slot because his wife's EDD has already passed, so she might deliver at any point. So they wanted this photo shoot ASAP. Luckily, on the day he inquires, I actually have an available slot for the next day. So I tell him they can come in the next day, but I couldn't buy any specific props because this booking was quite late. I send them the appointment, I give them a time, and he tells me, no, it's fine, no props, whatever you have, we can use. So he tells me he'll come in the next day at 10. When my client shows up, I realize he doesn't have his wife with him. She's not around. So I let him in and ask him, I thought it's a maternity shoot. Is she here? So he tells me, no, she's actually not here, but as we wait for her, can I have a chat with you in the office? So I was like, oh, okay, cool. We go in the office, and then he asks me, I really loved the photo shoot that you did, the one that trended. That's the way I found you. That's how I booked you. But then I just want to know, where did you find the lady who was in the shoot? So I ask him, what do you mean, where did I find her? So he tells me to say, no, I just want to know, I really like her. I would like to know where you found her. So in my head, I'm like, you're here for a maternity shoot with your wife. You want to know where my client came from? How? So I tell him, oh no, that's my client's privacy. I can't share that with you, but she's just a client like any other person. She found me on Facebook, so I don't even know where she's from. And that's the truth. I don't know where she's from. This is when he drops his bomb on me. And I feel so sad for this man because he tells me, I'm actually not here for a shoot, but I need someone to confide in because what happened has left me speechless. The woman whose photo shoot he did with that man is actually my fiancée. And I realized she was wearing a ring, which is not the one I put on her finger. And the man she was with is obviously not me. So I didn't know all this while that she was actually cheating on me. I'm very shocked that she's actually pregnant for someone else because the whole time I believed that was my pregnancy. But she has been giving me excuses as when we can do the shoot and if we should do the shoot at all. She's always wanted a maternity shoot, and when she got pregnant, I knew that this is what she would have wanted. So I just wanted to let you know that that woman is actually my woman. She's my fiancée. I've reached at her place, I have paid her bride price, and our wedding is scheduled for any time this year. So this is very confusing to me. I'm like, what do you mean you want to vent to me? And this issue is way beyond me. She's my client, but that's way above and beyond me. Like, women, you guys. So I tell him that's very sad. I ask him if he's gone for counseling because he looks broken, and he actually tells me he came here to confide in someone because he doesn't know who to talk to. He hasn't told his family, he hasn't told anyone about what happened to him. So I tell him I have never talked to the lady since that shoot, and there's nothing I know about her. I'm not in on this because I feel like he came to me thinking I'm in on it and I know she's cheating on him. I don't know. So I tell him everything, and he says, oh no, thank you, this is what I wanted to tell you. So I think I'm going to tell my family because now I have confirmed that she really came to this studio for that shoot. I just wanted to be sure. I wanted to clear out my suspicions. So now that I'm sure, I'll tell my family that I'm calling the wedding off so that we can go to her place and get back my bride price. A few days later, the lady reaches out to me. So she tells me, what was your mission? You have ruined my marriage. So I ask her, what exactly does she mean? I don't mention that her other fiancé actually came to the studio. So I ask her, what do you mean? So she goes like, no, told lies about me to my fiancé, and then you posted my private life on your social media. Where did you get that consent? I'm going to sue you. I hope you're ready. So I'm like, what do you mean I posted without your consent? Everything was in the contract. So she tells me, I didn't even see that contract. What do you mean everything was in the contract? You should still have asked me. You posted everything, all the videos, and everything is up now. I'm trending. So I go like, first of all, the only thing I posted was the behind the scenes and my final work. I didn't post anything about who your man is or if you've got two men. Apart from that, I didn't say anything. She tells me, you're just being difficult. I hope you're ready to deal with the law. So I tell her, oh, if that's the route you want to take, then fine. Because I know the contract protects you and I, the client and myself. So if that's the route you want to take, I'm ready. So she tells me, fine, I hope you'll be at your studio on Monday. So I was like, yeah, you'll find me. And for sure, Monday comes, she actually shows up with two police officers, one lady and one man. I will not mention which police these people came from to protect all the parties involved in the story. They tell me, let's go down to the office. So I ask them, what's my issue? What have I done wrong? So they tell me, no, we're going to talk from there at the office so that we can take down everything that's going on and we can have it in record. So I tell them, fine. We go to the police station and immediately we're taken to the office. So the lady gives her statement. I also give mine to say, this client came to me for a photo shoot. If you book a photo shoot with me, you sign in the contract that I can take behind the scenes content and I can also post the content after everything is done, which is the final product, which are your photos. And she consented to this, and she did say she has taken note of the contract. Did we sign in person? No. She said she has taken note. Yes, she did. So I assumed that she understood everything that was about to go on. So this officer, it's like he was given money, so he was just being difficult, I don't know. But then the other woman luckily understood and said, okay, fine, we've understood, and it looks like there's no issue here, because this woman came suing for, is it defamation and marriage interference. So the woman said, since you're not married, it can't be marriage interference. I don't know if that's how the law works. I have no idea about those things. Since it's not marriage, you can't sue for marriage interference. And also, since you clearly said you've taken note of the contract, it means you have consented, whether you signed in writing, but the moment you said you have taken note, it means you gave consent. Otherwise, my contract also states that if you're not comfortable with your pictures being posted, you can sign otherwise and let me know. Because creating content of my behind the scenes is quite laborious. So I wouldn't create content and then clients tell me, no, you can't post that content. So I'd rather have them in the know-how of everything, so that when they see this behind the scenes on Facebook, which is my main platform as well as Instagram, they won't be shocked. When she gave consent, I didn't think you had two fiancés. I tell the officers and then they tell me, okay, cool, you can go home. A few weeks down the line, the man actually comes back to me and tells me, no, thank you for giving me a listening ear. I went to her family and called everything off. Apparently her family doesn't know of the other man, so they don't know where he was introduced and where he paid, so they're suspecting it's her just having a man. You know those men where some young ladies get engaged to people that your families don't know about, you're just wearing a ring and the man hasn't reached home. So I don't know if she was on the plan that he would reach eventually, but the man confirms to say her family only knows me and this is the information they've given me, unless they're lying. But as for the pregnancy, I'm also not comfortable, because she clearly came for a photo shoot with the other man, and for me she was avoiding the shoot, which shows that maybe it's actually his and not mine. When he says this, he tells me she's upset, she might come for you because she was always mentioning that you ruined her life, so just be careful. So, and for sure, I have been trying to be careful, because I have been finding that she actually comes on all my comments. When someone asks about the price, she will respond to say, no, you regret booking with her. I have tried to block all those accounts, but she keeps making other accounts under the same name, because I assume she does this so that I can know that it's her. She makes accounts. She'll tell all my clients, don't book with her, you will regret it. Just like that. So if I leave my number under my comments, she'll make sure she also comments there for a client who's inquiring and tells them that their experience is going to be bad. And I have been losing clients also. So I'm thinking of counteracting as well, and also suing her, because she's affecting my business badly and I had nothing to do with her engagement. I mean, I didn't tell her to be engaged to two men, and also it's just a coincidence that her photos kind of trended, because I don't know, maybe the shoot looked good, so the shoot trended and people came to me and her other fiancé saw them. So I don't know how I'm the problem in this situation, because now the issue is that these men want to go for DNA, and actually the other fiancé who came with her for the shoot has also called everything off, because apparently he didn't know that there was another man. And he actually apologized to the other man, according to his side of the story. Who cheats more? Is it the guys or the girls? Or maybe it's us, the girls, but our stories just never go out there as much as the men's? What do we think? Because who gets engaged to two men and you tell them you're pregnant for both of them? Who was supposed to be the actual baby daddy once the baby is born? Or was she waiting to see? Who cheats more? Because this is uncalled for, especially from us females. So guys, let's stay loyal. There are a lot of things going on. We have diseases, we have a lot. And also, just for your own self-respect, let's just act right, guys. You guys, if you have a story that you want me to tell, please leave it in my DM.